LearnBiz LLC is an entrepreneur coaching agency which customizes solutions to help businesses grow and thrive in an ever-changing economy.
You are listening to LearnBiz, the podcast, where we share an entrepreneur's journey and allow you to obtain insight into their path to success. We're here to educate other entrepreneurs about the ins and outs of running a small business, and we will provide you with tips and resources that can help you along your entrepreneurial journey.
Hi, Tree. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's such a pleasure to have you on LearnBiz, the podcast today. And we're going to go ahead and have a great conversation talking about entrepreneurship and all of the things that brought you down this path in the music industry. So I'm going to start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm 28 years old, from Cincinnati, Ohio. I've been actually doing music as far as I can say professionally for about 2.5 years now, or taking it serious for about 2.5 years. But as far as going down the road, I started doing it at my parents' house. I found a keyboard in the trash can and actually fixed it up and repaired it, and then bought a computer. Bought a music making program, and I started off making beats at first. I was making a lot of different beats for my friends just to rap to and freestyle to in the car.
Wow.
And yeah, eventually I wanted to take it up a notch and get a microphone, but the microphone that I did get, it was pretty crappy for the money I was making back in the day.
Gotcha.
So I actually stopped the dream for about 5 years straight, and then just worked and didn't do anything for a little while. Until
what motivated you to get into the music industry?
Just seeing actually like how I don't know. I'm a not saying a fast person, but I like to live fast and I like to entertain, like make people laugh. And as far as the music goes, I really tap into music. I feel like I really have a good ear for it, and it's just fun to me. Like if you can actually see the rest of my surroundings, is all speakers and microphones and sound condensing stuff all around here. But it's pretty fun to actually do it and create it, because you make it as unique as you want to make it. And I feel like if I like it, the world might like it too. So that motivates me a lot to keep doing it.
So you go by the stage name Tree. How did that come about?
Okay, well, my last name has Tree in it, and all my dad's friends, his friends called him Tree, I guess growing up, or just knowing him, they called him Tree. And then all my friends growing up started to call me Tree also. So when I first started to come up with the actual artist name, Jus Tree, I wanted to keep it simple, but let people know that you could just call me Tree. That's all I want to really be called, is Tree, just Tree. So I put the just on there and then took off a T and then just left the tree on there pretty much. So that's how we got a lot, but people mess it up all the time. They just call me Just Tree. Yeah. So I tried. So, but I mean, that's what we're floating with.
You're going to ultimately get to that one word name where it's just going to be Tree, and you won't have to tell them Just Tree. I love that.
Right.
So how would you describe yourself in the music industry? Are you an artist? Are you a producer? Like what title would you put on yourself?
I'm an artist / engineer. Googling myself, they call me a musical artist, but it's pretty much all around. I haven't made beats since living at my parents' house, because the program that I use is pretty how can I say, like, it's not difficult to use, but it's very tedious. Like, you have to do a lot of different things to get what you want out of it, versus what I was using a very long time ago. It was a simple program, but it's obsolete today. but pretty much I engineer the vocals that I record. So I'll write a song and then actually tweak all the audio in there, all the background noise. You might hear a pop. I'll take that little bit out
Wow.
and then just try to make it as radio quality and a pretty much good song as I can.
So you're just getting started pretty much in the music industry, but you've been laying the foundation for many, many years at this point. What really inspires you in terms of artists that are out right now, or maybe artists that you grew up listening to?
As far as like the artists that are out right now that inspire me, it's mainly from my actual city. If I like, it's not necessarily saying if I see them doing bigger and bigger things that it gets me inspired necessarily, but there's a lot of different people I talk to in the music industry that are like already big, but we're just not on that same volume or level as far as like being able to link up or
Right.
me even being able to offer anything towards them, because they're in a whole different spectrum from where I'm at right now.
Right.
But what inspires me is just knowing that I have something to give to the world one day, and it's just the choice that I made, or I'm comfortable with my life, the career that I want to go in. Like there's nothing that can stop me. Nobody can take it away from me. And that's what really keeps me going. And then like hearing a lot of naysay or doubt, that inspires me also. So like it's just fuel to the fire pretty much.
I love that. So in terms of musical interests, what would you say would be the artists that you look to that kind of motivate your musical style?
Oh, it's all different types of artists. Like there's a lot of mainstream, but the undergrounds where I'm really tapping into is mainly the people from my city or people from other cities who haven't came up yet.
Right.
So it's like we're all in this little pool trying to get out and get into a better position. But the artists that do inspire me are like ones from my city, like Josiah, Oski Isaiah, Too Rich Benji, Jaden Space. See, kind of Lantana a little bit there, hanging there. But as far as the mainstream goes, like Drake or Travis Scott, I like those type of vibes, that type of music. It's real. Some of it's dark. The ones that I hear a lot that I love is the dark ones, or like just hearing like the actual music in the background, the actual the beat, and then the synths and all the drums and how they all intertwine. That's what makes me really get into it. Like I might hear a song and then actually want to go do a song similar, or like try to get the vibe from it.
Gotcha.
And
So
make something of my own.
you definitely go off of the vibes and trying to feel the music that you're creating and being influenced by others as well a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So we're in a pandemic right now, and we've been in a pandemic for quite some time, contrary to what Florida believes.
Oh yeah.
But what has kept you going through the pandemic? Like, did it slow down anything that you were working on?
No, it didn't slow anything down that I was working on, to be honest. I do believe the fact that it slowed a lot of business down for a lot of people. And it actually, the business that I do on the daily, it's pretty messed up right now from it.
Gotcha.
But as far as like my actual livelihood, I didn't leave work. I stayed at work. We had the option to stay. So I just kept working through it. I never got sick.
Gotcha.
I didn't really. Now, when it first started, I can tell you honestly, when they shut everything down, that was very different. That wasn't normal at all, because that's nothing I've ever experienced in my life. So me not being able to go into my favorite restaurant or go to the movie theater with my girlfriend, that was kind of a little bit of nerve-wracking. But for like about 2 days, and then I bought a whole bunch of Legos. I bought 10,000 Legos and then went to town. And that got us through it a little bit, but just staying grounded and then actually seeing family at that point. That's all you can really do is talk to your friends and family, because you can't go out too much. So just hanging out with a lot of people and then just keeping the
Well,
mental
I'm
right.
glad to hear that you kept busy and it didn't deter what you've been working on. So, in terms of your business and how you got started,
Mhm.
what types of information did you look to as you were trying to get your business going as a music industry entrepreneur?
Okay, so as far as the business goes, I'm not that established yet. Like we talked about earlier, I'm still starting out. I don't even have an LLC yet,
Okay.
but I know what I want to go with. I'm not going to say it right now, but actually, I can't tell you. You can probably chop it out. I want to call it Dead Trees Only. That's what
Okay.
the business will be called, or my brand eventually. But what got it going is pretty much me being able to mix the vocals down. That's where I feel like the actual entrepreneurship will come in with me,
Okay.
being able to do certain things to certain people's voices that other people can't. That's what makes me different with it. And right now, I'm starting to actually charge different people like different sessions and everything
Okay.
to record and then mix down their vocals or make a song with them as like a feature. But eventually, I want that to grow into an actual facility. I want to get out of my apartment doing this here because it's very dangerous if you're letting in the wrong people
Right.
that see the right things. And then that's an opportunity for them. So I definitely want to get out of here eventually and actually get a studio and just keep building studio, building trust or relationships with different people or different engineers. That way
Right.
they can run that. Let me go to another side and do the same thing pretty much and just keep building and building and building until we have like a giant team and brand.
So, if you could give some tips to folks who are just getting started, because you at least have a little bit of time in the game, what types of things would you say to others who want to go into the music industry right now?
Trust your heart. Definitely make sure you're um, believing in yourself and believing in what you want to do because a lot of it could be a waste of time. I thought it was a waste of time 5 years ago. And then I actually like tapped into myself a little bit and really had like a line of options to choose from. Like, what do I want to do in my life? Do I want to go here? Do I want to go there? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do
Right.
that? Or do I want to be nothing? And I want it to be something that's going to be in the entertainment side. So that's what I stuck with, and I've been grinding it out. And I got people to prove wrong, pretty much. So I can't let them down. I can't let myself down. You just got to stay motivated, pretty much, and then getting into it. Do a lot of research. It's not like you can just go in there and if I could turn it a little bit, there's all. I'm not even gonna try because I might disconnect everything, but there's a
You have
lot
a
of
lot of equipment over there.
yeah. It's not what you think. Like these artists on the radio you hear, there's a lot of stuff behind it to the point where they get what you're hearing sonically, and you can feel that. So it's definitely schooling. I'm pretty much schooling myself. I do a lot of research. I just study and read the stuff and just look up different things and see how I can improve and better it. So that's all I can say pretty much as far as like if you want to get into this, you just got to really want it.
I love that. I love that. So, if you could leave us with some words, because we've been introduced to you as Jus Tree, but you really want people to know the word tree. So, if you could leave us with some final words as an entrepreneur in the music industry, what are some things that you have coming up?
Right now, I'm just working on myself. Pretty much working on myself. I'm definitely doing a lot of different music, but um, if you actually do look at a lot of my different social media, I made a post back in July where I was just wanted to really focus on getting back into who I was and why. Because I even go through it. I know why I want to make music, but I still have to question myself every now and then. Why do you want to do it, and what makes you want to do it? And putting all your effort and blood and sweat and tears into it takes away from a lot of different things in your life. So you can lose family, you can lose relationships, and you can actually lose yourself in it. So I took a step back as far as like releasing different projects or anything else. I've been working on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff cooking up, so I'm just perfecting and tweaking it right now and just want to make sure I give, or the next project I put out or the next release, it's going to be something that's really relatable. And then everybody's going to be able to take in and not just hear it and just go to the next one. They're going to want to play it back.
Look, Tree, I'm so appreciative of what you just said. Sometimes you really do have to take a step back and make sure that you're doing whatever it is for the right reasons and that it is in you to proceed with whatever it is. So I'm thankful for you for sharing that. How can people reach you? What do they need to look to?
My main outlet that you can reach me on is Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. It's at right there at @I'm_Jus Tree. You can email me. I'm always on my email. There it is right there. That's pretty much it. I'm really easy to get to when it comes to like those two right there. I'm always on those every single time. You can check out my music on YouTube. I have videos out, Spotify, SoundCloud, Tidal, Deezer. It's all over the place. TikTok. I got a TikTok too. I'm very, very entertaining on TikTok.
Thank you so much, Tree. It was an amazing opportunity to listen to your story and share your story with others. We hope that you'll come back to share your progress and give us some more tips for other entrepreneurs. But again, thank you so much for joining us, Tree.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too.